The first thing I want to say in this video, I don't have a quippy opener or something silly. I just want to point out that there is a very good chance that I'm going to get heated, that I'm going to get fucking pissed. I'm going to try to keep my anger levels down, but you'll hopefully see throughout this video, especially when I talk about some of my more personal experiences, why this pisses me off so much. So, if you haven't heard by now about DoorDash Girl on TikTok, here is the essential rundown of what happened, where we're at now, and why I'm making a video talking about this. About a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, this girl got on TikTok and posted a video where she said that she was sexually assaulted by a customer of DoorDash. She's a DoorDash driver, and what happened was the customer put in the order for the food and asked for it to be left at the front door. And when the girl got there, the front door was wide open, and this man, with all the lights on, was just sitting on his couch, or laying on his couch rather, with his pants and his underwear pulled down to his ankles, just presenting his ding dong to the entire, for God and everybody to see, right in plain view of a wide open door with the lights on. Now, I have done my best to track down the original video, and I can't find it. There are so many people on TikTok talking about this that just searching DoorDash Girl or DoorDash Girl original video gives me nothing but people talking about it. The best I could find was this video of this guy covering her original video, and this is thankfully one of the guys that wasn't too bad about it, but this is him kind of showcasing the original video. You can see in the video that she goes, has her phone out to take a picture of the food. She literally moves her phone up, and you can see the door's wide open, all the lights are on, this guy's pants are pulled down, and he's just fucking just got his fucking Vienna sausage out for people to see. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show an unblurred version here on YouTube, but that's the entire gist of it. So she shows this video, she makes her video, and then she makes a follow-up video about 2 to 3 days later saying that DoorDash has deactivated her account. Now, DoorDash ends up putting out a statement, which I also had a hard time finding a copy of, but it was corporate bullshit. Okay, I don't need to fucking show you the statement for you to understand that it was corporate bullshit, right? We have all seen this. A company gets in trouble for doing some fuck shit. People cancel their accounts. People speak out against them. People swarm their social medias, and they put out some bullshit non-apology that's essentially like, we promise that we care about the safety of our people. And no, you don't. You've never given a fuck about the safety of your people. You're a soulless corporation that is overcharging people and underpaying the people that work for you. Fuck off, right? DoorDash puts out this statement, and this girl, about a day later, ends up getting bombarded with people calling her liar, telling her that she went into this guy's house, that she fucking opened his door and everything. Other people who are talking about the situation get their comments flooded with people saying that she admitted to opening his door, pushing his door open, even though it opens outward, by the way. I just want you guys to know that. You can see in the video it opens outward, saying that she pushed his door open and that she walked into his house and that she supposedly admitted it. And that's all fine and good, except for the fact that this didn't happen. There's nothing. There is no people are swearing up and down in comment sections that she admitted to opening his door and walking in his house, and they're saying that there's ring footage, there's ring doorbell footage of her walking in his house and everything. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Every time you ask these people to tag you in the video where she supposedly admitted this, or you ask to see the Ring doorbell footage where she supposedly did this, they just tell you that they've seen it, and they have a screen recording of it, but they can't post it for some reason. They can't tag you in it. They can't send you a link to a Twitter post or anything like that. They can't do any of this. And some of them just straight up don't respond. I myself, over the past 3 to 4-ish days, have attempted on multiple occasions, probably well over 24 times, have tried to get one of these people to send me this video that exists, and they either ghost you or they gaslight you or whatever the case, which leads me to believe that these videos don't exist. There is no Ring doorbell footage. There is no video of her admitting that she walked into this guy's house or pushed open a door or anything like that. None of that happened. And I also don't think that a lot of these people are real people. We'll get to that in a little bit. But what I do want to tell you is that there is one video that supposedly shows her doing this. There's just one small problem. The video is fucking AI generated. It's not even the same girl like in the video, and you can see the Sora logo in the fucking video behind this guy that's talking about it, and he's trying to use that as proof. It's a literal AI generated fucking video of some random girl that doesn't exist, like screaming at the camera and then shoving open a door with the DoorDash bag in her hand. Like this is how pathetic these people who are trying desperately to erase this girl, like erase her experience is. Now, the reason that I wanted to make a video of this is because outside of the people who are just completely making shit up to try to disparage her, there are other people who are taking her video at face value, like you should, right? They're taking her video and they're still claiming that she's somehow in the wrong. And they're like going out of their way to defend what is very obviously a fucking like perverted loser who exposed himself to someone without their consent. What this video is really about is the perpetuation of rape culture. The first thing that I want to make very clear is that I am a rape victim. I have been sexually assaulted. I have been sexually harassed. I have been raped 3 times in my life. Once when I was 7, once when I was 9, and once when I was 16. When I was 7 was an older cousin of mine. When I was 9 years old was a friend of the family. And when I was 16, there was an 18-year-old female friend of mine who drugged me. That's all I'm going to say about those experiences. I don't know if I'm like want to tell the full story in this video because that's not really what this video is about, but I want you to understand that I'm not just coming at this conversation from the perspective of an outsider. I'm coming at this conversation from someone who has been the victim of the worst thing you can think of when it comes to rape culture, right? On top of that, my entire life, I have had people touch me in places that I didn't fucking ask them to touch me in, randomly, for no reason. I've had women randomly grab my butt and my pelvis area. I've had them rub my arms and shit when I didn't ask them to fucking do that. I've had women and men too, make unwanted sexual comments toward me that I didn't ask for or want them to do. So I am fully a victim of this kind of shit. And I have spoken multiple times on it in the past. The reason that I want you to understand this is because I know that there's going to be some fucking losers out there who are going to try to tell me from the perspective of a real victim how this girl was in the wrong. Now, there's been a lot of, quite frankly, stupid discussions about whether or not what happened to her was actually sexual assault or whether or not it was sexual harassment. And I'm here to tell you, it really doesn't fucking matter, but we're going to talk about it anyway. What happened to her is technically flashing. Now, if you look up whether or not flashing is sexual assault or sexual harassment, you'll get various different answers from Google. Now, this all, in my experience, this would be considered sexual harassment, right? He didn't touch her. He didn't actively come after her. He didn't even really move in the video, which has led a lot of people to speculate that he was asleep or drunk or whatever. We'll talk about that later. The point is that it's sexual harassment, but it doesn't matter what she called it. And this is going to be one of the first big points that I'm using here to talk about in this video, is that at the end of the fucking day, it doesn't matter. A huge part of rape culture is trying to perpetuate the idea of a perfect victim. And there's no such thing as a perfect victim. What the perfect victim theory means is that people will try to find any reason to change what happened to someone to basically de-victimize them. Right? And that's exactly what this entire situation has turned into. If we ignore all of the all of the comments about stuff that didn't actually happen, or you know, videos that don't exist and stuff like that. If we ignore all of that and we just look at the people disparaging her now, there are people trying to heavily imply that because she called it SA instead of SH, that she's somehow in the wrong, or that she's ruining things for other victims of sexual assault, which, by the way, I hate that fucking argument. I cannot stand that. I have seen so many people that are like, what she's doing is making it harder for real victims. Shut the fuck up, okay? Because people didn't believe us to begin with. People didn't respect us victims to begin with. So I hate respectability politics. I fucking hate them. It's kind of like those fucking gay people who voted for Donald Trump, who get on fucking Morgan Freeman's internet and are like, oh, well, I think that, you know, gay people would be more accepted if there weren't the blue hairs with their pronouns and the trans people. Shut the fuck up, you absolute fucking loser. They didn't like us as gay people before. They didn't like us. The entire fucking reason you have the right to get on the internet and disparage trans people is because a black trans woman threw a rock through a fucking window. That's the reason you have rights as a gay person nowadays. You ignorant, stupid piece of shit. Try not to get angry. It's the same thing here. People try desperately to disparage victims of sexual assault, and then they try to turn around and play respectability politics. Like, as if this woman had got on here and said it was sexual harassment, that there would be any less amount of people trying to disparage her. Because at the end of the day, this is a man who, let's like fucking walk through this here. This is a man who ordered DoorDash, opened his front and storm door wide open, just opened them both, turned all his living room lights on, pulled his pants and underwear down to his ankles, and then laid down on the couch with his dick toward the door. In no fucking reality was that not intentional. And you know that. But people are trying to argue that, oh, we don't know. He might have been drunk. He might have narcolepsy. Maybe he's a part of a nudist colony. I don't fucking know, right? They're just making shit up. But that leads us to the next way that people are trying to disparage her, because they keep saying, oh, well, she shouldn't have filmed it. She shouldn't have filmed it. She should have just not did anything. Basically, they should have not done anything. But here's the thing, right? Number one, she needed to film it for proof, because this needed to be reported to DoorDash and it needed to be reported to the police, even though the police really didn't do anything. Which, sidebar, people are like, well, why didn't she go to the police? She did. And they didn't do anything because the police are fucking useless. And this is just common knowledge at this point, right? Like, ask any woman who's ever been in a dangerous situation what happened when they went to the police. Ask a woman who's been stalked what happened when they went to the police. Well, we can't do anything until he tries something. That's exactly the answer they give, okay? But secondly, if she hadn't have filmed it and shown us what happened to her, y'all wouldn't have fucking believed her any goddamn way. So she's damned if she does, damned if she don't. You know damn good and well that if she had not filmed that shit happening and put it on the internet for us to see, that all of you motherfuckers would have been going, bro, that makes no logical sense. Why would anybody throw their doors wide open, turn all their lights on, strip down to their fucking ding-a-ling, and then present to a doorway after they ordered DoorDash? You're a liar. But now that she's got the video evidence that that's what fucking happened, now y'all are trying to make up different excuses, which is another tactic in rape culture. It's another tactic to try to de-victimize a victim. You are trying to defend a perverted asshole, which leads me to my third fucking point. Y'all are the reason rape culture exists. You are perpetuating it because instead of calling out this man for his vile behavior, for the fucking bullshit that he pulled, you are fucking telling this woman that got fucking flashed that she's at fault for proving that she got flashed. And on top of that, let's fucking talk for just a goddamn second about your dumbass logistics on her committing a federal fucking crime. Because yes, that is what some people are saying. You see this fucking, how there's light coming in here? It's because there's a window right here. That window has the seal, the window seal, whatever. Has the window sill, like, way down here. So when I stand at the window, if I stand at the window to look out at it, the windowsill comes down to my kneecaps. If I strip down naked and walk around my bedroom with that curtain off, and someone who's walking by happens to look at my window for whatever reason, people like glance around when they're walking, and they see me naked in my home, and they film it as proof, that's not illegal. I'm the one committing the crime. Because I'm flashing people from my window. That's literally something that you can get arrested for. I'm losing it. I'm in the Twilight Zone. I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. Y'all like, oh, she filmed him in his own house. Let me explain something to you. Being inside of your house doesn't matter when the rest of the world can see into your fucking house. If you are fucking if you stand at an open window and helicopter dick, you're committing indecent exposure. It doesn't matter that you're in your fucking home. I'm yelling too much. I'm getting a goddamn headache. Okay, so circling back around to the fake evidence that I was talking about earlier. One of the theories that people with a working brain cell have come up with is that DoorDash purchased bots to start spreading propaganda in comment sections, to start saying things like, oh, she walked into his house, she filmed him, you know, she turned on there was one comment that said she turned on the lights. The whole Ring doorbell comment, apparently, I have no proof of this. I'm just right up front. From what I understand from other people who are talking about it that I personally know, my mutuals and people I respect, is that some people were able to track the Ring doorbell myth to a singular commenter on a random video. The commenter has no profile picture, no posts, first name bunch of numbers as a username, and they're claiming they know this guy and he has a Ring doorbell footage of her opening the door and he's gonna sue her. Now, keep in mind, we have not had a statement from the guy himself. We have no idea who this fucking dude is. There's also people who claim that she doxed him. No, she didn't. There's no identifiable information in the fucking video, right? So we have no idea who this guy is. We have no idea what his quote side of the story is. We have what she showed us, and what she showed us is solid video fucking proof that this guy intentionally flashed her. Because again, I'm gonna run through this shit again. You cannot logically argue that someone just so happened in a drunken stupor to open their doors wide open, turn on all the living room lights, strip down. He still had a shirt on. So you're telling me he just took his pants and underwear down to his ankles, not even all the way off, and then laid on the couch presenting? You're so full of fucking shit. You're so full of shit. And again, it goes back to, if she'd have never filmed this, you guys would be using what I'm saying right now to claim it didn't happen to her. At the end of the fucking day, the reason this situation pisses me off so much is because I am watching in real time as people make shit up, falsify evidence, claim that she's actually breaking a bunch of laws, using the fact that she said sexual assault instead of sexual harassment against her, and much, much more to perpetuate rape culture. You are literally trying to erase a woman and her fucking experiences. But the cherry on top, and I don't think I mentioned this earlier, is that DoorDash fired her. They deactivated her account. They took away her income source because she reported that she was sexually harassed. And that's why the whole theory about them buying bots and sending those bots out is so fucking viable. Because if you think corporations wouldn't do that, yes, they fucking would. Absolutely, they fucking would. Corporations would 110% try to do propaganda. And you know how I know? Because they fucking done it before. Because they've done it before. Does anybody remember the McDonald's lady? If you're too young or you're not quite sure if you understand or you remember it right, let me run it down. An old lady back in early 2000s, I believe, went to McDonald's and they gave her a cup of coffee. And while she was driving, she tried to open the coffee and it spilled all over her lap. And then she sued them because it burned her, and coffee is hot. Except that's not what fucking happened at all. That's the story that McDonald's PR team pushed out into the minds of million Americans so they would never know the true story, which was she was not in motion. She was with her grandson. When she opened the coffee to stir it, a little bit got on her and she received third-degree burns because the coffee was over 200 degrees hotter than it was supposed to be. And this wasn't the first time that McDonald's had been caught making coffee that was so hot that it was virtually a fucking health hazard. McDonald's put out the story that she was just a dumb old lady with a frivolous lawsuit in order to propagandize you and me and fucking celebrities, literal celebrities. Fucking Toby Keith put a lyric in a song, spill a cup of coffee, make $1 million. Like, literally, that's how good this propaganda worked. So if you think for a fucking fraction of a second that a fucking corporation would not purchase bot commenters to try to pretend like this was somehow all her fault after they started getting bombarded, you are fucking stupid. You are so lost in the sauce, right? I need everybody to wake the fuck up and understand that these companies are soulless entities. They care about money. Money. And if something is threatening their money, they will spend money to eliminate it. They don't care. They will spend money to eliminate what they see as a threat. And if that threat means disparaging this poor girl, then they're gonna do it. Final thing I want to touch on, I really should start making notes when I do these videos, is there is going to be, because there already has been, some people questioning why this guy would do this. And obviously it's because he's a pervert, but I want you to understand something. Men, a lot of men, do not respect women. And they think that they can get away with hurting women or doing just whatever to women because they want to. When this guy ordered his DoorDash, he saw a young, pretty girl in the profile picture, and he decided that he wanted to see if he could get a porno movie to pull off. Because men, for some reason, have it in their fucking psycho brains that life is like a porno. That women will see a dick and just become overwhelmed with the urge to suck it. All right. And look, I have those fantasies too, right? I got it, man. I have fantasies of women liking me that much that they just want to suck my dick. Okay. I understand, but it's not real life, right? You don't go out and fucking try to get that to happen. Okay. You don't, because it's not real life, because no woman works that way. Even the sluttiest of the horniest of sluts are not going to see a dick and instantly go, oh, and drop to their fucking knees. It's just not going to happen. But the other reason that guys like this do this stuff is because you don't call out their behavior. Because you make excuse after excuse after excuse. And that's the reality. That is the reality. A lot of men hate the idea. They hate hearing men are fucked up because they go, oh, I'm not fucked up. But if you've ever sat there and listened to your friend say some fuck shit about a girl, or say that he would fucking talk about it, like just like sexually harass a girl, and you've never fucking called him out for his dumb shit, you are part of the fucking problem. Even if you're not the one pulling your fucking pants down and exposing yourself to young girls, if you don't call out guys when they do that, you're a part of the fucking problem. If every time you hear your fucking friend say some fuck shit like, oh man, I don't care, wild horses wouldn't pull me off for her, I just need her, and you don't go, dude, what are you fucking, shut up. That's weird to say. That's weird to talk about another person like that, especially a person you don't know. If you don't call out your friends for the weird shit they do, that's why there's still dudes doing weird shit. It all circles back. It all circles back to what I was talking about 2 videos ago. Where the reason we have Nazis now is because nobody made those Nazis afraid to be Nazis anymore. And that applies to rape culture. The reason we have weird fucking perverted dudes doing weird fucking perverted shit is because none of you fuckers want to make your friends scared. You're so goddamn scared of confrontation with your homies that you never fucking call them out for the weird shit they do. You never fucking tell them, yo, quit doing that shit. And every time somebody who looks like me, every time somebody who is also masculine or a man stands up on the internet and talks about how y'all need to respect women more, y'all come after us. You want to talk about how you're not the problem, but yet you'll let your fucking homeboy sit there and fucking quote Donald Trump all day. Oh, grab him by the pussy. I like that mentality. You'll let his ass do that shit. But the second we're like, hey, maybe we should respect women more. Hey, maybe we should listen to women when they're fucking raped and victimized and shit more. Y'all want to fucking play all fucking boo-hoo, not all men bullshit. And I say this as a male victim who's been ignored. I've been ignored. I've been ignored by women too. I'm not saying that rape culture only affects women, because it affects men too. There's a very large part of rape culture that treats male victims like trash, that treats us like we don't exist. But you don't solve that problem by disparaging women in return. You're not doing anything for me as a male victim of rape by telling a female victim of rape that she's cuckoo crazy for talking about the rape that happened to her. Look. The point is that we as a society need to do better. This situation is a drop in the fucking bucket of the magnitudes of situations just like this one. Of a girl or a woman who comes up with proof of what happened to her, and she is still picked apart. Every tiny indiscretion, every tiny discrepancy is magnified times 100. And if you can't find discrepancies, people will make shit up. They will invent reasons to not believe her, and they will try to turn everything back on her. This happens all the fucking time. Day in and day out. And it happens everywhere from the smallest town to the largest cities and fucking international news. And I'm so tired of it. But most of all, what I am sick and tired of is watching men disparage women victims and then claim that they're standing up for me. Claim that they're standing up for me as a male victim when you're treating what is essentially my sisters in trauma. You're treating them like shit and claiming you're standing up for me. Fuck you. That's all I got to say.